Hi, I'm Mary Mammoliti, and on today's show, we're making Nalysnykys, Ukrainian crepes filled with a variety of wonderful delights. I can't wait. I love the sizzle of butter melting in a pan, the smell of cinnamon while I'm baking. I need to touch food while it's cooking and, of course, taste it, even if I can't see it very well. To me, cooking should be fun. That's why I've invited chefs from across Canada who feel the same way I do to cook with me, virtually. Welcome to Dish with Mary. Today, I'm dishing with Chef Brad Smoliak, an Edmonton chef who has cooked for Canada's Olympic team in Vancouver and London, and for Queen Elizabeth II when she visited Edmonton. And now, me. Hi, Chef Brad.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fantastic, especially now that we're cooking together. I'm feeling very privileged right now to cook together.
Awesome, thank you.
I want to begin by going through all the ingredients.
Perfect.
For the filling, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 liter tub, 750 grams of seared cheese or dry cottage cheese, 1/2 cup of finely chopped green onion, 1/4 cup of creme fraiche or sour cream, and 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley. For the crepes, 1 tablespoon of salt, 4 eggs, 4 cups of whole milk, and 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So, where do we begin?
Well, we're gonna start off with the crepes. And with the crepes, nice bowl, we're gonna dump in our flour. And we're gonna dump all of the flour in. Nice and slow.
What is it, all-purpose flour?
Yeah, just all-purpose flour. You don't have to sift it. You don't have to really do anything with it. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to take some eggs and we're gonna break 4 eggs.
Okay, and are we breaking our eggs right into the bowl, you said?
Or sorry, a little bowl if you can.
Oh, just getting myself a little bowl.
Perfect.
And we've got 4 large eggs.
4 large eggs. If they can be at room temperature, that's great. If not, it's not life or death.
Okay, done.
You could beat up your eggs just a little bit, just a quick little beat. And then we're gonna mix them into the flour, kind of create a little bit of a well in the middle.
Okay, so with my whisk, just creating that little well.
Yep,
And then are we pouring and mixing at the same time, right?
exactly. And then once you kind of get the eggs in, then you can slowly start adding your milk.
So we've got how many cups of whole milk right now?
We have 4 cups. And this is where kind of you get a good workout too, is once you've added about a cup of milk, just mix the flour in with the rest of the wet ingredients until you get almost a thick pancake batter, and then add the rest of the milk. And this will really help to prevent lumps.
And did you add all of it in, or are you still doing a little at a time?
A little at a time. Do about another cup.
Okay.
So you should have about 2 cups in, and then add the remaining.
And what's the consistency that we're trying to get?
It's quite a thin batter, and it's almost better for the batter to be thin than thick. It would be probably, I would say, the consistency of whipping cream when you're done.
Ah.
And it's just gonna sit for a few moments while we're making the filling.
Okay, I'm ready.
So the first one that we're gonna do is a savory one. And just throw in some butter. I think it's a tablespoon of butter.
Heat up my pan.
Yep. And we always use unsalted butter. You can control your salt content. And in addition, butter can taste different throughout the year.
Really?
Yeah, because the cattle, it depends on their feed. And it can taste a lot sweeter in the summertime. So once your butter's kind of foaming, add your green onions. Let's say you don't like green onions, you could put shallots in there. And I mean, it really is what you like and enjoy.
And that's what I love about this recipe. It's so versatile.
Exactly.
Now we've just given these like a fine slice, a fine dice.
Yeah, slicing and dicing.
Okay, and this we're just gonna cook down for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna take like probably a minute, minute and a half. So once those are cooked, you can just set them aside and we'll get to our cheeses. So our cheese filling here, we make our own buttermilk cheese. It's called Sear. It's a Ukrainian cheese.
Okay, and I just moved my bowl in front of me with dry cottage cheese.
You know, with dry cottage cheese, just kind of break it up with a fork so that, you know, you don't have any big lumps.
Okay.
And then what I like to do is I'll add my creme fraiche.
Okay, how much creme fraiche?
1/4 cup.
Okay.
Once your creme fraiche is all mixed in, season with salt and pepper. And I think we got about 1.5 teaspoons of salt and pepper. And again, we're gonna mix all that in together and mix it well. And I mean, it should be kind of coming together and sticking together in a ball. So once you got that mixed, you can add your green onion. These should be cool. And again, once that green onions are mixed in, you can go ahead and add your parsley.
How many teaspoons, tablespoons of chopped parsley am I putting in?
You're putting in 2 tablespoons.
Okay. My gosh, this smells so good.
Yeah, it's nice and fresh. So once that's done, we're just gonna set that aside. We're gonna move on to our sweet one.
Okay, I've already got mine in a bowl, ready to go.
All right, so this is where you can really have a lot of fun. So this is just the same cheese. We're gonna add some sugar to it, but you can add some dried fruit if you want. You can add some nuts if you want. So we'll let you kind of play with that one. And I'm gonna put in about 1 tablespoon of sugar, and we're using white sugar here.
Oh, that sounds delicious already.
And add my creme fraiche, 1/4 cup.
Now, I have an incredible sweet tooth. I mean, I love anything that has sugar and is sweet. So this is right up my alley.
And let's say, oh my gosh, God, I forgot I had an appointment today. Put these in the fridge, put the crepe batter in the fridge. You can make them tomorrow. They'll stay overnight. It's not a problem. So now we got our 2 fillings done. When we're ready, we can move on to the crepes. The one thing about the crepes is you want to make sure that you have your pan starting to preheat.
So I'm going to turn mine on. What should I have that at? Slightly like medium low?
I would say like a medium low.
Okay.
So here, what you want to do is just take, some butter, and don't be shy. You want to make sure that you coat the bottom. And you could definitely use melted butter if you want. And just make sure to kind of swirl it all around the pan. And then one of the biggest tips that I've ever learned making crepes is where the handle is, grab it like right at 6 o'clock, and you want to pour where the handle meets the base, the bottom of the pan, and just pour, your 1/2 cup of batter, and then just tip the pan away from you. And once you feel that the pan is all the way away from you, just gently put it back down on the burner.
Okay. I'm going to add a little more to mine because my pan is a little bigger, touch bigger than yours.
There you go. Look at that, perfectly round.
Ta-da! Now we'll see when it cooks.
So, and then just leave the crepe alone for a good minute, 1.5 minutes. And again, it really depends on how brown or how crispy you like it. So when we take it out, we're gonna be able to feel it and see if it's brown and crispy or if it's nice and soft. I know that like my Baba used to hate it if there was any color on them. They all had to be nice and white so that when we baked them or when we warmed them up, then they get nice and crispy and not overly brown.
So no crispy bits at the beginning.
Well, I mean, that's what she liked. She's, she was pretty aggressive in the kitchen for her way. How does that sound? And when you can hear the butter stop foaming, or we can hear it stop frying, that's when it's time to flip.
Oh, so I need to flip.
So you can grab a fork or the offset spatula. It's basically a spatula that is offset so it's not straight and really helps to dig in and wrap around.
Okay, grab my spatula, just slide it under.
There we go.
And I did a little flip.
Brilliant. That's awesome.
How long do you flip it on the other side? Just a second?
Yeah, 20 to 30 seconds.
So they really don't take long to cook up.
No, they don't take long to cook up. And you can either lay them on parchment or I'm just putting mine on the counter here to roll later on.
Okay, I've got a plate to the side of my workstation.
Put it on your plate. Baba would be impressed. There you go.
And you said you do this often, every 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, I would say we probably have crepes of some form, every 2 weeks. The other week we had like a salmon. We had some salmon left over, barbecued salmon. So we just put that in with some veggies. It was brilliant, and just kind of get really creative. You can roll them up, almost like a mushu pork if you wanted to. There's so many different things you can do with them.
We're gonna make a few more crepes as we go to break, and when we come back, we're gonna dish with Chef Brad. You're watching Dish with Mary. Welcome back to Dish with Mary. Thank you so much for cooking with me today, Chef Brad. We've taken the time to tidy up our workstations. I'm having so much fun.
Awesome, me too.
I firmly believe that cooking is all about fun. So what's your food philosophy?
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, if you don't have fun in the kitchen, you're probably not going to make good food. And you know, I think it's just one of those life skills that you have to build in fun, because then you'll learn and then you'll enjoy it more. And you know, like just today we're doing like really easy, simple stuff that gets people back in the kitchen. And I just love when people are in the kitchen and having kitchen parties.
So do I. So do I. It brings me back to my childhood, and everyone's around the table, around the kitchen table. Everything happened there. And some of the best conversations happened there.
Oh, exactly. And some of the best fights.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But you've mentioned that you were never meant to be a chef.
Well, I always wanted to be a chef, but the problem is I have a very serious heart condition, and for someone with a serious heart condition, the kitchen, the long hours, the lifting, the moving, the on your feet, you know, stressful situations, it was not recommended that I pursue this career. But I don't really listen to people very often, and I'm a very big believer, if you have a passion or you have a dream, go and do it. Don't let anybody stand in your way.
Would you mind telling us a little more about your heart condition?
Sure. I was born with a defect that had to be fixed by a procedure called the transposition of the great vessels. And basically my heart is backwards to yours. What happened is they fixed that, and I was fine until about 10 years ago. Then I started having issues and went into full-fledged heart failure in late 2018 and early 2019. I got a VAD, which is a ventricular assist device, which is a little pump that's basically in my chest pumping blood for me. And it's pretty cool.
I understand that you don't have a pulse or a blood pressure.
Yeah, that's true. With the VAD, your pressure is always the same. So I just constantly run at the same pressure. And because of that, you don't have a pulse. So they can't feel your pulse. It's a great party trick. And I also go around with a lot of batteries and equipments and alarms. So it's great at a party to set these things off. When I want to go home, I just push a button and I'm out of here. Or I want to get out of the way, you know, in a lineup, I just push a button and away we go. It's okay. You got to learn to live with it.
So speaking of parties, tell us about Kitchens by Brad.
Okay, so Kitchen by Brad, we are a culinary studio downtown Edmonton, and we do kitchen parties, which basically you come in, we do some cooking around the island, we bring out appetizers, platters. We call it substantial grazing.
Substantial grazing, I like that.
Yeah, it's all about meeting and chatting with people and enjoying their company. So we've done long table dinners, we do engagement parties, we do weddings. So a little bit of everything, and it's a lot of fun.
It's like home. It sounds like home, like you're going into your own home kitchen.
We get a lot of that because people don't know what to expect. And we greet you like it's someone's home. Our servers aren't dressed necessarily like servers. It's all about making you feel casual and making you enjoy your evening with us. Maybe learn a little bit about wine and maybe learn a little bit about food.
What do you enjoy most about Kitchen by Brad?
I enjoy most, you know, the people, because a lot of chefs that are getting the accolades and well-known chefs, yeah, they get to kind of come out and meet people, but not on the extent that we do. Like when somebody has a party here, we're with them. I usually come out and introduce the food, and depending, the wines possibly, and just the whole feeling of the hospitality, and it's so enjoyable. You know, people just kind of feed the soul.
They really do.
Yeah.
They really do. And that's what food does. It brings everyone together.
Exactly.
Coming up after the break, Chef Brad and I are going to fill our crepes and enjoy. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned for more Dish with Mary. We now return to Dish with Mary. We're back with Chef Brad Smoliak, and it's time to put our Nalysnykys together.
Awesome. So we filled some already for you. And we have our savory one that we filled. What we have on top is some whiskey cured smoked salmon that we do in-house, a dollop of Alberta grainy mustard, and then we finished it with a dill cream sauce. The next dish that we have would be the savory crepes that we've matched with a vegetarian chili, and it's got a little bit of Mexican with a cocoa and cinnamon, and we put that with the Nalysnyky. The next one that we have is our Primavera one, which is some asparagus tips, olives, sun-dried tomatoes, green peppers, and red peppers. And we finish that over top with some cold-pressed canola oil, no olive oil. We don't have olive trees in Alberta, but we got lots of canola oil. And then probably one of our seasonal favorites is we have beautiful asparagus that was just picked yesterday that are topped with mushrooms simmered with garlic, white wine, and cream sauce over top. And then to finish it all off, we have some dessert ones. All these berries are from our farmer's little orchard or berry patch. We got Saskatoons, blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. And we kind of stewed that down with some honey and a little bit of lavender. And that's kind of what we've done with our Nalysnyky. Just to give you an idea, we didn't want to just give you one recipe, but a whole bunch of different ideas of what you can do with them.
They sound incredible. Now, I almost don't want to assemble mine and just keep yours. Can you kind of pass that to me from Edmonton?
Yeah, we'll send it out by courier, what the heck. When we make these, usually at kitchen, we'll probably make, I would say 20, 30 dozen at a time. And we freeze them because we go through them so often. If you're making them at home, you can definitely freeze them and have them ready to go. Just take them out of the freezer and you can pop them on a baking sheet, bake them for about 15, 20 minutes from frozen, and away you go. But before you enjoy them, you gotta fill them. And we're gonna show you how to do that.
Yes, please.
Just put a scoop, just a scoop right in the middle.
Are we doing savory or sweet right now?
We're gonna do the savory one first.
Okay.
And then fold it over top until the other side meets, so they're totally folded in half.
Okay.
Perfect. And then just lightly press down, fold in the ends.
And then roll it over just to seal it into like this little kind of package.
Sealed little package. That's it.
That's it.
Yep. And then when you take your salmon, I'll just show you. I'd say this is probably 2-3 ounces. You just want to kind of take it by the loose end and just kind of let it drape. And then it'll stack up nice and high.
Now, I don't have whiskey smoked salmon.
Yeah, we make, like I said, we make our own, but there's so many great smoked salmon purveyors.
Yeah, this one here.
Put that on top, and then a little bit of grainy mustard.
I just grabbed a spoon. I'm gonna scoop out a little bit of my grainy mustard on top of that. And that's it.
Yeah, and of course you don't have to have grainy mustard. It's whatever you know, your flavors that you like, do it. I ran out of crunchy bits one time with when we do the dessert ones.
Yeah.
And I went to the back and I had bran flakes, the bran buds. They were brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. So
And a boost of fiber at the same time. Happy belly.
exactly, exactly.
So let's plate. I'm gonna grab another plate. Can we do a sweet one?
Yeah, we do a sweet one. I mean, it's really the same thing. Just take a scoop, just a scoop right in the middle.
Okay. So I'm just taking another one. I'm putting the crepe down on my cutting board in front of me and then scooping out my sweet filling.
Yep. So the sweet has the sugar in it. It's a little bit sweeter, but if you bite into it, don't expect a sugar bomb.
Okay.
So we folded those over, and then you have berries there, and you could toss them with maybe a little bit of sugar, or one of my favorites is either Prosecco or a splash of Marsala.
So a splash of Marsala and then maybe a bottle of Prosecco for the cook.
I like how you think.
Okay.
I like how you think.
So I went ahead because I just have fresh strawberries and I just kind of fanned mine out a little bit.
Yeah, and then some blueberries over top. There you go.
Now, do we get to taste this?
Absolutely. Which one are you tasting?
I'm gonna go for this sweet first.
Okay,
So I'm doing it backwards. I'm having dessert first.
that's all right. I've done that before.
This is delicious.
Awesome.
So simple, but the flavor is it's just beautiful.
There you go.
Okay, let me do the savory.
Absolutely. And then, you know, you got to make sure that when you do this one, you get a little bit of everything.
Oh, wow. This is delicious.
Thank you.
That tanginess from the mustard, smokiness from the salmon, it all works so well with this filling. That's just absolutely delicious. I can just spoon the filling and just eat the filling myself.
There you go. I saw your crepes, you did a great job. Sometimes if people make them too thin, they'll rip, so yours were bang on. So Bubba would be impressed.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
Yep.
I haven't made these in over 10 years because I actually shied away from it. When my eyesight started getting worse, I was a little intimidated by the pan because it's more of a shallow pan. You got to swirl it around. But you have just reinforced and reinstilled my confidence in making these.
Awesome.
So thank you.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
I haven't stopped smiling. I made a crepe.
Awesome.
For today's full recipe, visit our website at AMI-télé/dish. Nalysnyky.
Yeah.
And it's time to fill our Nalysnyky. Nalysnyky. To fill our Nalysnyky. I can't, nope. And it's, wait, Nalysnyky to put together our Nalynskys. I gotta start again. Host, Mary Mammoliti. Guest chef, Brad Smoliak. Executive producer, Michelle Dudis. Producer, Lance Corbett. Directors of photography, Brian Roy. Kelly Wolfert. Camera assistants, Gavin Lee, Braden Rook. Sound recordists, Phil Dransfield. Mike Bonson. Editor and technical producer, Patrick Kelly. Editor and production assistant, Miriam Bakhtiar. Graphics, Mike Smith. Media accessibility specialist, Simone Cupid. Audio post, Mike Monson. President and CEO, David Arrington. Copyright 2021, Accessible Media Inc.